To begin this video here, all glory belongs to the Father who's in heaven, for he alone is worthy. Second, fair use, fair dealing, public dominion, all rights mentioned and not mentioned, as well as declared and not declared. Third, yes, there is AI content in this video here for intensive purposes. Now 4, going on to this video, has to be talked about. Some people are just out of pocket. 2, obviously. Now 1, it's all going to plug in eventually here. So here's the thing. Back in the day, they used to call them Mac Daddies. And there were people who actually would take the bait. Plain and simple. Now these days, trying to do that stuff, it's nonsense. It's a whole bunch of ego. And what else going on there too? Trying to impress everyone else and selling wolf tickets. It's real sad too. Got these guys out here that are missing a critical link here. They want you to see you as ladies men, but the whole time there's those areas you refuse to deal with. And it's sad. Something so simple that can be worked on. And to get out here and open up that book on top of it too, the scriptures. You can't mix the light with darkness, you know that. You just can't. But people try anyway, don't they, They mess around, they find out, Too many of them do. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. He's not going to change. He will not sit there and let you to follow him when he's the one who made you and all creation. So you got these guys out here lacking in certain areas of maturity, but the whole time they're trying to brush over it and fill in the cracks, the areas where they are deficient in, with this whole fronting that they're doing. You give enough time, you see the pattern, you see how they're moving, and it's a shame. It's a shame to talk about these things because people should know better than this. And some of you are how old again? In your 40s and 50s? Acting like this? Are you for real? Now 2 of them is obvious because we know what they're about, right? But this here, you just shake your head, So yeah, it doesn't matter if they're trimmed or they're thick. It's still the same memo. They get out here, tell you they're a ladies' man, however way they want to spin it, whole time wasting people's time. And when they pick up that book there too, big old shame. Because you know why? They're out here lining up the women of Israel, trying to claim that they're of the people by doing non-Israelites stuff. and two of them being warlocks, of course, here. Real sad. Got this co-leader running a Jim Jones homestead camp with a few other extra camp sites, led by R.G. Stair. He gets out here, he squeezes the people with his false doctrine. He probably has connections with agents like COINTELPRO and so to make his money and stay in business too, till the feds have to kick in the gates or bust those gates. So yeah, they get out here, take people's money, get on that camera, talk about how they're an alpha man and all that type of talk. Whole time they've been a tether, an Englishman from the UK, a bloody Englishman from the UK. Hey, mate, I tell you, mate, a bloody wanker. Now, because he had a melanated grandmother. And he tries to spin that as his claim to be part of Judah. No, the scriptures can... And you quote us there too? Nope. By your dad's side of the family, you're definitely not Judah. You're an Englishman. Yeah, how about that Braveheart, huh? So yeah, this Englishman, a tether, wants to play Hebrew Israelite, so he can take people's stuff, get himself another man's woman, obviously, a snow bunny, a female that's got, things that are from the old nature, and he wanted that type of filth. He wanted the slop. As long as she can be the neck that turns the head, he gets what he wants from her. And it wasn't enough to really dress up. He runs to the guys, wives, and ladies. As well as anyone he can slide up on. That's how some of you are, huh? You like to set up on the sisters, on the women of Israel, especially the women of Judah. As sure as the day is long, the king is coming. He's going to settle business. You do the women of Israel bad, and they're born again, that's two wrongs don't make a right. And these two other women that he took, or these ladies, so they're going to be married to a man, and he kicks them out so he can slide right in, pull that electric side, and just take them and force them, as well as to tell them those guys ain't ish, and keeping them happy by using other people's money to do so. Gucci bags, Louis Vuitton, glasses and stuff like that. Those type of brands. Dress all fancy, $5,000 attire and vacations and a high lifestyle. And they want to talk about polygyny as a way of saying that they're a ladies' man. But the whole time they've been DDL with Kabir from the Green Bay Packers. and some of their other male lovers there too, trying to impress the guys with their so-called version of polygyny. When you sit there and commit adultery, in not only one way, but the other way too. But they want to talk about Christians breaking the law. Then this other so-called ladies' man claiming that they're a businessman, that they are tied to a powerful family, they got connections, they're a passport bro, they're a traveling man. The whole time trying to impress the so-called bros. Got them thinking that they got it going. The whole time they're being fake on social media. And on top of it too, instead of keeping it steady, no, just like the other ladies man here, he forced his hand. He forced a move. Yeah, how about those charity fellows, huh? Huh? Yeah, where's those charity fellows at, huh? Cause she told the new breed, right? New breed about it. And obviously, new breed's no better than you both either. Sellout. Messing with ladies from other nations, but want to claim Israel. Just stop for real. So you force yourself in charity with your filthiness, but you won't get out here and say, oh, the ladies are over you, they can't resist you. No, both of you are evil. Gonna drop this nugget right here for those who get it and can discern. Women in general are more spiritually in tune than the guys would be on average. They can tell when a guy's fake, phony, evil, and they can tell there's something special about certain men, unique, something that's they can't really put the words to it. They may even discern that man's a man. And they may even know he's got a connection with the fathers in heaven. Those kind of men right there, the women, they take note. They take notice. And some of them, they want that kind of man. Plain and simple. They would definitely desire that type of man for sure. If they can get him, of course. And you imposters out here, you counterfeits, you claim to be that type of man. You claim to be alpha. You claim to be the this and that and so forth. The whole time you're the opposite. But you want to claim that persona. You try to do that whole religious witchcraft with a name and a claim type of talk. And no matter how bad you try, even though you impress the bros, you still ain't it. And women know it. Especially ladies who see a man that can learn from and upgrade by him. See, some of you want to talk about marriage, being a man, polygyny, and everything else, but you can't upgrade the woman. You got nothing in in the whole entirety of the package to upgrade that woman. You know that flex? Whole bunch of hot air? Fake and phony. No wonder why when you touch these ladies, they end up with demons in their eyes. Yeah, that's right, look at this right here.
Mom Nelly, how you doing, babe?
Good.
Gotta slow this down just to the proper spot here. See if we can get to this right here.
You know he likes to do
Yeah,
that.
come on.
His
You gotta come over here so we can see you.
okay.
Go ahead.
Look at that mess. Demons in the eyes. Pale too. Look at that. E.T. phone home there, people. E.T. phone home. Sick.
Well, since I've been with you, I've noticed just you being just very, like, I've always described your love as pure. Just a very...
Seriously, this is kind of mess you ladies and women will end up with if you mess around with these so-called ladies men out here. The third here, this is going to be brief compared to these two right here. Seriously, sir. Seriously. How do some of us grow up and forget our manners around people? But when it comes to getting that on the internet, all of a sudden, we can act like however we want to. Oh yeah, I just want to make sure my mama loves me. Oh, my girl, you know, she cool and yeah, I spent hundreds of dollars on her, but here's $50 here. Yeah, let's talk about this one right briefly here. You recall this here, sir? This live feed? Yeah, that video right there, that live feed, of course, you gave what, like $50? And that was it? And on top of it too, later down the road, you jump in these live chats right there, and you want to slide it right in. That's some P. Diddy stuff right there, I'm telling you right now. Yeah, what P. Diddy did with Cassie? Oh yeah, Cassie, I got a little, you know, little coin right here. Come work for me. And she got lined up real quick. She got set up and stuck there. Oh yeah, I get this lady. She's cool. I spent hundreds of dollars on here, but here's $50 and let me be a ladies man in your comment section right here. Try to flex over here. And before you jump to the other side right there, since you like to use the book, let's be for real. You open up that book once and you do your little steady stream there. That video. Let's talk about it. Apostle Paul, you can say he's the FBA of FBAs. And by whatever version you call him by, Yeshua HaMashiach is the example of FBAs. You can't really switch up here. If you don't have the Spirit, you're going to be doing stuff that FBAs be talking about. You know, this tether this, that tether that, and so forth. Jesus did say, hypocrite, first get the beam out of your own eye, then you can see the motes to take it out of your brother's eye. But you want to flex FBA. You got to make sure you get that mess out of your system when you judge these tethers out here. Otherwise, when you slip up, it's because it's being met back onto you. So all these other people from other nations, all these other brothers and sisters, those who can behave right, good. But those that get out of pocket, make sure you're not just as dirty and filthy as they are. And was this history I recall properly? Wasn't you on Ringo's YouTube channel as a moderator some time ago? Or at least you used to show up on the chats, the live feed chats, and drop big money there. You make it rain. Like $50, $100 cash apps and so forth. Was that you? Or was that a different V-dub? Huh? But you, like these two tethers, want to slide up on an Israelite woman and try to play it slick? Want to electric slide right up in there and be like, yeah, look at this. I do this natural thing. I do that natural this and so forth. Yeah, and I'm a ladies' man. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, huh? I'm a ladies' man. I get it in. Yeah. That's 2026 right now. 2027 is on its way. Then 2030. And eventually, Great Tribulation. So guess what? You're not born again. You can rep FBA all day long. You got no supernatural power going through you from the kingdom of heaven. It's not going to matter. I testify and I speak right now. Okay? The stuff that's out there, that's the kind of stuff you don't want to play around with. There are places where demons linger around in haunted places. If you don't have the Spirit and know how to speak and operate, you might as well stay very, very far away from it. And of course, when things do hit the fan, shift is going to be far different from what you've been taught through the internet. Oh no, shift, not only is it physical, it's spiritual. But you know what? I got my crush bow, I got this carbon fiber crush bow, and I know how to do, bushcrafting and such and so forth. And they, and yada yada yada, and all this great stuff. And let me take this this fat cigar and do a and FBA this and my carnal life that, because I'm living for myself. But I'm going to write the scriptures and push a little here and there and so forth, if I can, and still rep BPA. Oh no, there's supernatural stuff out there. Arrows. What you got physically ain't gonna do anything towards those things at all. Like that. Nope. You're not born again. You don't have the Spirit. You don't have the power going through you and how to use it. You have the creek without a paddle. Plain and simple. Oh yeah, and what does Isaiah 4, chapter 4 talk about? Yeah, that's right, huh? Oh yeah, it's like this. When things hit the fan, we're gonna go meet up over here, and we're gonna do this and that, and go to the caves. Like hell, that's gonna happen. Be trying to drive from Florida, and who knows what, out of nowhere, that just happens. And you thought, you just thought it one way. Through your own imagination. Shame. Go, people can go do your research out there. Look at the internet, there's some serious, hardcore things that you're not ready for out there in the road. It's coming to a countryside, to a homestead, potentially, and especially to a city near you. Someday. Men's hearts are going to fill them for the sight of the things they're going to see. The things that are going to come upon this road. And there are some stuff right now already being seen and revealed. Unless you're born again and you use that supernatural power given to you from the kingdom of heaven, there's going to be things seriously challenging and outside of your scope. Your flesh will behave one way, but being quickened in the Spirit, willing and able to use that power given, no matter how nasty, how fierce, how ginormous, and how intimidating that thing looks. You have the power and authority in the mighty name of Jesus to rebuke it, bind it, loose angels against it. And when the latter rain comes, those things don't stand a chance. In fact, they're going to be terrified. Claiming FBA, being Israel from the natural side of it, it's not enough. One must also be Israel through the Spirit. Born again, grafted in, written down in the Lamb's Book of Life, and their portion in the spiritual Jerusalem. The new Jerusalem that's going to come down and sit on a new mountain. That power delegated to withstand the walls of the devil and the kingdom of darkness. King Saul, oh, he must have been definitely FBA for sure. He was 7 foot tall or so, something like that, loaded with muscle, ready to go out there, and he was anointed and appointed, and he was still in the trenches, ducking the smoke from Goliath. And David, for his size and stature, he said, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine who reproaches the armies of Israel?" And he went forth, and the Father was with him. That stone went through the helmet of Goliath, and he took Goliath's sword and took him down. You mean to tell me you read from the Old Testament to New Testament and you're not ready for this? Are you for real? But you want to rap FBA? Right now, for example, yes, there are giants out there. There are giants in the caves. Big, massive, full of muscle, hardly any fat in their body. What they got in the military needs some of the top of the line stuff to do some serious damage to them. You got Sasquatch, all these Sasquatches, Yetis, and stuff like that, and even demons and creatures, chimeras, and so forth, roaming in the forests, in the woods. But you're ready for things to hit the fan with your natural survival skills, and that's it? Oh, that's not it. There's more. You try to go for the beach side, there's things coming out of the ocean. Not only mermaids, but different type of humanoid-like creatures. If you're still going to try to do it in the countryside, especially in the waters, there are lizard creatures out there. Big, tall, dangerous. Then there are big, large creatures out there. Also in restricted zones, there are weird, bizarre creatures that also eat flesh. They eat things like the siren heads. Then you have out here too mythological creatures that happen to be created. But wait, there's more. You have shape shifters out there. That's right. Then you have werewolves as well too. And you think your carbon fiber bow and arrow is going to do anything like that to it? Oh, it gets more intense out here. It gets more serious. You have massive creatures, physical and spiritual out there. You have creatures the size of Godzilla. That's right, Godzilla was based off a creature that's actually out there. Some of these creatures are from the inner earth. But you want to play games thinking that the flesh will profit you something when you got these things standing before you. Then you have giants, Nephilim, who are in the forms of trees, big, tall trees, especially in the woods out there, in different places of the world, like the Amazon and South America, especially in the jungles over there. And let's not forget here too, you have other kinds as well too. Things that roam at night, things that shape shift. And not only do you have these inner earth creatures, you have things that are outside the labs, like the chupacabra and so forth. What else is missing here too? You have not only Godzilla creatures, you have giants the size of different land masses. Giants even to the size of a mountain. When they stand up, they are a few hundreds of feet tall, and then they can go back into a prone position to hide behind a mountain, a hillside. And even with that, there's still more out there. Yeah, just remember them right now too. There's different types of creatures that reveal themselves, especially demons that manifest in the physical plane. For example, weird, dark, cloudy-like, oily type of form creatures, shadows, these demons that manifest in the physical plane and try to interact with the environment. You know, the things that move things around, and they move themselves around and will try to affect people, try to scare them, to try to feed off their fear and their energy. And then you have other type of demons, like familiar spirits, where they will try to transform themselves into certain figures or type of people. And those things, when they materialize like that, they're looking for victims, things to hunt, flesh. And when you hear those things scream, growl, and shriek, unless you know what you're doing, it's going to be like Silent Hill. That's right, Silent Hill. Those things chasing after people, trying to snatch them up. And to top it off too, when great tribulation happens, that's right, those angels chain up in the Euphrates, those watchers, and then you have others out there in the Antarctic ring, and other demons, other angels that were kicked out, waiting to snuff out 1/3 of mankind. Because guys out here, they don't want to be on 100. They want to be lukewarm. 1 minute they want to be moral. Next minute they want to go creep around and be trying to set up on the Israelite women, try to be a fornicator, a whoremonger, a glorified ladies' man, and so forth. And think they deserve it because they did all these things. When Isaiah 4 happens, it's because guys out here, They refuse to get it. They think they don't need the fathers in heaven. They think they don't need to be born again. They think they can do what's right in their own eyes. And they're going to learn the hard way. They will mess around and find out the hard way. As they added a bonus here too, guys and men need to be mature out here. Especially when it comes to their relationship that they have with their partner. They need to ask her and be like, hey, do you want to stay in monogamy only? Are you open to polygyny? Be straight up with her. Don't be trying to commit one on one side in front, and then out here on these streets or on the internet trying to get you a sneaky link, trying to get you some honeys through the social media and so forth. Especially if you got a lady already or a woman. She's already peaches and cream with you. And you slide up right here behind her back. Trying to get yourself a sneaky link. Especially trying to slide up on and pull a ladies' man whoremongering move on the woman of Zion. A woman of Judah. One of the women of Israel. You're way off. And then you want to claim FBI on top of that? Two wrongs don't make it right. If a man or a guy trying to do polygyny and trying to demand it up front too, drop the woman and go get you someone else who's going to be open to polygyny so she can share you with other women and other ladies. So you can get women and ladies in your area and do your polygyny over there. Trying to do polygyny behind your woman or lady's back through the internet. The Father in heaven hates that type of stuff. You keep messing around. You're going to find out when he some act of comes upon you. Because you're trying to keep your edge. You're trying to do your thing. You're trying to prove yourself. Trying to, you don't even know that you're feeding what's in your flesh. Even Apostle Paul knew there's no good thing that dwells in his flesh. Who's going to deliver him of this wicked nature? And for real, you're going to do polygyny? Talk to your lady, your woman, whoever she is. Get a yes or no from her. And go get you some FBA ladies and women in your region, your state. You're part of the country. It's really sad. It really is. All these single women out here and single ladies and some females who can really upgrade. That's right. They all can upgrade if they get a decent man, even a real man, especially one who's born again. And you're out here trying to pull some sneaky leaks on the woman of Zion out here. The woman of Israel. A woman of Judah. Me personally, if I had the time and everything else, maybe talk to these women out here, see who will convert to the faith, and make an agreement and be like, yep, be partners from there on. And the way the economy is going right now too, people gotta get practical with this, with the get down. Sit down with her and be like, hey, yeah, you want to go to the next level with this? You want to consolidate this? You want to make this work out for the rest of the years here and forevermore? And have your yay be yay and her yay be yay? And make the agreement that, hey, you're going to do your part, she's going to do her part. Get you those silicone or just simple middle rings. Put it on there if you have to do that type of stuff. And consolidates. That's covenant. That's agreement. That's oath of marriage. And keep it pushing together. However many women, ladies, and females you get with. Take care of business. Take care of your responsibilities. That gold, that silver, and whatever, and those gems, they may be worth money, and you may have to barter those, sell those, trade them in, whatever, to keep it pushing for another day, another week, another month, for its value, to survive a little bit longer. Let's be practical out here. That sums it up here. Seriously, whoever can repent of this, repent. And get ready, because the king, he's on his way. He's getting ready to be on his way. And you can tell the veil in the spirit world is getting thinner and thinner. And there's going to be things you're not ready to see. And things you may be excited to see for yourself if you're born again. And yeah, I'm going to send this video to you so you know I am definitely, for certainty, addressing you. It's a real shame making it rain on Ringo TV reactions, if that was you, or if it's a different V-dub. Then turn around and supposedly do your good works and be like, yeah, I found myself a lady here and I spent a whole bunch of money on her, hundreds of dollars on her, but here's $50 and let me electric setup on you here. Let me flex and strut over here like a peacock. Yeah, please notice me. Please desire me, because I do all these things and so forth. Just stop and get for real. For real. Because you ever got a woman or a lady there, you got all these options in your region, and you got way better things to do than to low-key be on demon time out here. For real. And that's a so-called way of addressing things in Israel. So-called real spiritual level APA business. Okay, Diddy?